All right, first things first. This is something that I hyper disagree with, but we're going to talk about it anyway. So before we get into it, make sure you like the stream. It's going to be a lot of fun. It says, my wife is my biggest hater. I'm a 28-year-old male who's getting really into physical fitness after spending my early 20s drinking and eating poorly. My wife, who is 30, has been with me for the past 6 years, and we both got used to our inactive lifestyle. You can already kind of see where this is going, right? Recently, I realized that I didn't like how I looked in the mirror and decided to make a change. I managed to reduce my body fat from 30%, Jesus, my man was a tank, to 19%. And now I'm aiming closer to 10%. Hell yeah. Props to this dude. I shared my fitness goals with my wife, but she responded by saying they are unrealistic. I've started distance running. I began with 5 miles, then 10 miles, and now I'm running 15 miles, which is, if you ever want to get in like really good, like aesthetic shape, never do this, by the way. Never do long distance running. You'll just look like a stick figure. That's not fitness. That's just becoming anorexic. I told her that I wanted to attempt a 20-mile run, and again, she called it unrealistic. Up to this point, she has never complimented me on my accomplishments or shown any support for my goals. Because of this, I no longer feel comfortable discussing my fitness aspirations with her. My biggest pet peeve ever is when your significant other does not overtly support what you're doing, especially when it's beneficial. Your significant other should be always encouraging you in your passions. That's a big deal because you're sharing your life and your passions with that person. They're choosing in their vulnerable state to share this with you, and you immediately shoot it down. Yeah, you suck. Hey, let's see what Reddit says, because Reddit's gonna be angry at the guy for getting fit. It says this could be her frustration coming out, and maybe she's starting to resent you for all the time you're spending getting yourself into shape and not spending time with her. It's your fault because you're not spending enough time with her. Yeah, I wonder who wrote this. She feels insecure that you're bettering yourself and she isn't. That's a good one. She may have a fear that depending on what her health body image situation is, you will attract more attention and leave her for someone better. Yeah, you should. Yeah, you should. If you're with your significant other and you're getting into fitness, or you're already into fitness, let's just cover both things, and your significant other is in no way, shape, or form interested in improving their physical fitness, let alone putting you down for doing it, yeah, get the hell out. Leave. I'm going to continue being fat and not improve myself, but I'm worried my husband might leave me. Yeah, if the person you're with is bettering themselves, you don't just reap the rewards, baby. You better start bettering yourself as well. One of the best advice I ever saw from someone, their husband was successful and relatively in shape and getting more successful by the day, right? Keep in mind, when you become like successful and stuff starts to fall into place, it can snowball fast. And the way she felt secure in herself was she went to the gym every day and she made sure she was always in the best shape of her life. Is that foolproof? No. But sitting at home and getting the size of a house and complaining is not going to benefit you. Do you have kids? Not saying that there's no possibility she's jealous here, but the kind of distance running that takes a lot of time. I remember feeling this way when my ex started P90X. He was gone for 2 hours, and when he was home, he was so tired and sore that he couldn't get anything else done. And on top of that, I wasn't getting any time for myself because we had young kids and someone had to care for them. There's definitely an underlying fear that he'd lose interest in me, and well, that's something you need to talk through and not ignore. Yeah, if you're worried about that, go to the gym and find a gym with a daycare. There you go. 10% body fat is unrealistic. It's not. And distance running takes a lot of time. Maybe she actually wants you home to, do family things with her. Your new obsession has thrown a monkey wrench into what she used to be the home life. You probably can't enjoy regular meals with her anymore. You can't kick back and sleep or watch a movie or go out for dinner because it all gets in the way of your extreme fitness goals. You probably don't have time to clean the house or be a dad or whatever. How long do they think the gym takes up? I'm so confused. She didn't think she'd be married an Olympic athlete. That is not what she signed up for. Who is this? Is that his wife? This feels like his wife answering. You don't have time to do anything at all. You're terrible. You can't go out and have fun and eat food and get fat. God. I love how if you set a goal, people just shit on you. That is dismissive. That is hating. You know how many people I told I was going to focus on YouTube? When I started YouTube, I was going to focus on it. You know how many people told me that it wasn't a real job and it was unrealistic? Everyone, with the exception of my parents and Tiny, because my parents support everything I do, no matter what it is. My parents support it. But every one of my friends were like, oh, that's so dumb. That's unrealistic. Yeah, and guess what? It worked out. And then when I started focusing on racing, so many people were like, it's unrealistic to ever think you're going to get anywhere with that. Yeah, unrealistic. She might be afraid you're going to leave her for someone more fit. 100% you should be. What the hell is this? I'm afraid he'll leave me for someone in way better shape. Yeah, that should be your biggest fear. Are you kidding me? That should be easily your biggest fear. Because that's the most likely outcome if you're not going to better yourself. Go to the gym. Oh my God, is it that hard? Jesus. Do you think maybe she resents that this fitness journey of yours is cutting into time you spend together? God, I'm so sick of this. I want a man who makes a lot of money, but also he doesn't go to work. Look at all these people. Maybe she has no problem with how you were before and thought you were great. Maybe she loves you in every shape and size. I'm so confused. I am so confused. Maybe she loved you when you were fat. Do you live for affirmation from your significant other? He's doing it for himself. Maybe she loves you when you're fat. Fuck off. Dude, Reddit's rough. Reddit is brutal. 10% body. I can just see it now. 10% fat is so unhealthy. God, Reddit. It tries my patience. Fucking Reddit. Every time.